Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Sir, I've got some bad news. You're gonna need augmentation.
That's wonderful, Doctor.
It's back on Thursday nights. The drama that's been America's favorite place to die for the past 6 seasons. Medicate Me. Doctors living on the edge so we don't have to.
Help! I'm bleeding to death here!
We'd like to help you, lady, but unfortunately, you haven't got insurance.
Help!
Get out of here, deadbeat.
It's a relaxing home entertainment drama for the whole family. Thursday nights at 9, 8 Central on CCC.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Third Shift. It's episode 487. And I, of course, am one of your hosts, Mr. Eric. And today, with me, as per usual, is the inglorious bastard, Mr. Matt. You know what? I was almost there. I was almost missing this episode, but it all worked out. So here we are with a brand new episode, having some fun. But before we get into the gaming side of things, we got to go around the table and see what's been going on in the world of Mr. Matt. So, Matt, kick it off, man. How you been this week?
Man, you want to talk about having some fun. That's the thing that I'm going to talk about first. Because this last week, there wasn't much going on, but I did go out on Saturday. I'm looking at my calendar right now, so that's why it sounds like I'm looking all around, because that's what I'm doing. Went out to the Wharton Center, took Mom out to see Back to the Future, the musical. And I got to tell you, it was flippin' great. It was great. Now, I'm a fan of Back to the Future. I think most 80s or 90s kids are. But I'm not like the superest diehard guy, but it was just awesome to see it up on the stage. It was a little different also. So if you know Back to the Future, there's a little bit of stuff that's different. It's a little bit goofier too, but all the beats are there. All the jokes are there. New jokes, obviously new songs because it's a musical. And I got to say, I have gone and seen a ton of stage productions, musicals, all that other stuff. And I only say that to say that when I tell you the DeLorean effects on this stage play, this musical, are the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. That's not hyperbole. I was sitting there, had chills. Obviously, what is really happening is simple, but when it all comes together, it's like, holy shit, look at what I can't believe they did this. Like, it feels right. And obviously, there's something at the end that really happened, and holy shit. If you were ever a kid who loved this movie or an adult who loved this movie, go see the musical. Phenomenal. Great. Amazing. Super cool. A lot of fun. On the video game front, played, I think, a little bit of Star Wars Outlaws. I think I might have gotten in some time with it on Friday, but I didn't play a ton of it. I've kind of been wishy-washy with games right now. I was mainlining Star Wars Outlaws super hard, and then over the past week, I turned into Eric. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm going to sit here and watch a video, and then after that, I'll play games. Now I'm going to watch another one. Now I'm going to not watch another one. How about like 4 more? Oh, it's lunchtime. Give me lunch, and then I'll play games, but then I'll watch videos. So all that going on. Star Wars Outlaws is still great, a lot of fun, but I just didn't play much of it, but I did play Ghost of Yotei. Old Matt got back into the stream game, and it was supposed to be like a 2.5-hour stream because I started getting hungry, and then I looked over here, and I went, oh, look at that thing. And then 4 more hours later, I went, oh, it's literally almost bedtime. I didn't even eat dinner. I got to go to bed. But I had fun. A great time. I beat the Oni, and that was cool. It felt, and I knew it would because I think a couple other battles have felt like it. It felt like a Souls boss in there a little bit. Not that hard, but it had that ramp up. It felt good. And then the only other game that I played was yesterday, as we're recording this, Wednesday night. I had heard that the Yakuza 3 Kiwami and Dark Ties demo had dropped, and it was live on Steam, and I went, oh, sweet. That means it's live on PlayStation 2, right? And I booted up my PlayStation, and I went to the demo section, and it said, no, not found. Where is it? What is happening? And I looked it up, and it said 9 p.m. Eastern time is when it goes live. And I said, okay, I'm going to remember that. And this jumps ahead in time for a second, but I went back at 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and the demo was still not there. So that sucked. But while I was in the demo screen, I saw a demo for Digimon Story Time Stranger. And I went, hey, that's that Digimon game I was kind of looking at and thought looked neat, and I love the character designs. Let's download that demo. So that's what I played. Instead, I'm like 2 hours into the demo, and it's still going. So, I don't know, it's It's fun. It has that very light RPG feel. I can tell that I already will not like the churn that you do on your monsters. Like already my monsters are digivolving. And then there's other ones that can digivolve into those. And this one can't digivolve further. So I kind of want to put them on the B team so I can level these up. And I'm just like, oh, I thought my little bat dude was going to be my bro for the rest of the game. But no, he's not. You just churn and burn him. I've got like 20 different Digimons right now. And some of them aren't even real, but they're going to digivolve into something real. So I don't know. But that's been a weird lot of fun. Like easy peasy RPGeasy. But then with monster capture battle stuff. I don't know if I like it or not yet, but I like it. So there we go. That's what I've been doing this week. What about you, Eric?
Well, we did a D&D session. It was a shorter session, but we
That's
did
right.
go have some fun. I'll say this. Good times, but I still don't know if James knows where our power structure is yet. I feel like he keeps going, I'm about to challenge these fools. I'm about to do it. I'm about to put them in a spot. And then I don't know if he's backing out and then takes away or hides something he was going to do, or if because Matt literally just can't be hit unless the rolls are 20 something plus.
Mm-hmm.
And we just keep hitting things and just keep winning. And then he goes, oh, well, okay, that ended up not being difficult. Never mind. So I'm not sure which one it is, because I know he wants us to have a good time. You know, I know he doesn't want to get us like, oh my God, we almost died. Everybody sucked. It was miserable. But this last round, I was rolling nothing but ones. And he kept going, and nobody else was doing much better. We were all rolling kind of mid to low. And he's like, God, you guys' rolls are really bad today. And so I was like wondering if he maybe just kind of pulled some stuff away and hit a little few things and was like, okay, I don't want to kill him or screw him up. Because I felt like going into it, he was going to do something big and try to like really push us. So I don't know. It was a fun time, but I felt like something changed in the activities of the day for that one. So still fun though, hanging out with everybody. We did that. And then of course, as per usual, I was playing some Trails in the Sky. And it's a great game, having a good time with it. I'm like 20-something hours in. The only thing I'll say is it does what not a lot of RPGs, some RPGs do that kind of bugs me a little bit. You are very slowly getting your other players into the fold. Because, obviously it's spoiled, and even in just the little trailer in the beginning shows basically who's all going to end up being on your team. And I'm like 20 hours in, and I've only got one extra party member. Like, okay, is this a 200-hour RPG? Or is this going to be like, hour 80, here's your last member for the last 10 hours of the game? I don't like it when RPGs do that. It really bothers me. Because it's like, give them to me early so I can form bonds with them and know who my jam is and who my peeps are and everything else. If you hand me somebody at the 9th moment, unless you've told me they're a badass and shown them off main character route the whole time, I'm going to ignore them. I'm not going with them. So you're just wasting your time giving these people to me. I don't know if that's the case yet. Just saying, 22-ish hours or so in, one party member's joined. I'm like, okay, son of a gun. But it's colorful. It's fun. It's got all the RPG tropes you'd want. And I like where the story's going. So still having a blast with it. And, of course, done some BF6 with the family. And been losing really bad lately. Everybody's thinking about actually just quitting because we just keep losing. Like, there's nobody. We can't win anymore. And then if you look at the numbers, like a lot of Battlefield players are gone. So it's just the hardcores left. And that's probably why we just do nothing but lose matches anymore. So we're kind of hoping that something comes out for Battlefield that gets all the people back and we can go back to being pretty darn good. And what's crazy, Matt, and here's the worst part, I know you're about to say something, but in our defense, we're the top of our scores on our team. It's just the other team just completely. So it's like, yeah, we are not as good as some of them, but we are always the best on our team. So we're trying. We're trying. Us four.
I was just going to say it's the Battleborn effect,
Mm-hmm.
where we had awesome times. And then it was there. You could actually tell it was literally the same teams all the time that you were playing. But it was, here's all the good people who were left who played this for 3,000 hours versus us who play on a Friday night having a little bit of fun. Oh, well, we never win anymore. Let's go play some story ops. Woohoo.
Yep. Story op time. Yeah. So that's been happening with Battlefield 6. Did a little bit of Arc Raiders. Having a good time, but I don't know if we'll stick to it very long or not. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. Been getting a lot of PvP kills. People just coming in. I'm trying to pick 2 olives, Matt, and then I get killed No, I had 2 olives. I had 2 olives. Why are you killing me? I have nothing. I'm just a doofus dipshit in basic gear trying to get olives. And you still just come up, I got to kill these people. Even the CEO of the company is like, I didn't think everybody was going to just like turn this into a straight kill PvP game. It's not what we intended it. You know, even the CEO said that, because that is what it is. You go in, people just murder now. There's no getting along, no fun coincidence where like, oh, I'm cool, man. Let's go beat this together. Nope, just I see you. Murder. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I knew that would be the case. I mean, I didn't hope it would be the case, but I was like, Eric's going to get to a spot where he just gets killed all the time. That's just what's going to happen, because that's what I see on all the streams now, too. Other than like the one person who streams like with a whole big group, and they're like in a big group or whatever the max group size can be. I don't know. She seems to have a good time, but anything else I see, it's just, hey, we're going and we're exploring. Brrr, don't kill us. Oh, we don't have any gear. Brrr. And that makes me excited for a thing later in the show that I'm going to laugh at you about. And then that's it. That's the end of my story.
So yes, that is what I did this week. That's what's been played. I am like 100% sure I missed something very big that I was going to talk about, but we'll call it there. That's the week.
And another thing that came out this week is Mio Memories in Orbit. This is something that dropped on the 20th, developed by, it's a French company, Douze Dishime, published by Focus Entertainment for PC, PS5, Xbox Series consoles, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. And I got to tell you, folks, I was in a quandary. I was searching and scratching for a game to talk about on the release. This was here, Mio Memories in Orbit. Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC was there. There were like 3 or 4 other games, but one was a mobile game. I was even going to talk about a mobile game for Howard, but I went, okay, I guess Mio, let me just see what this is about. And I hit the very first review that I saw, which I think was from Switch Up or maybe Xbox Era, and I immediately fell in love. What do I always say? Go take a look at this game, go see it in action. This game is beautiful. So you are Mio, you're like a little robot person. You're not sure where you came from or what's going on, but you're on the Vessel. I think it's called the Vessel, which is like a big, weird robot/organic ship, and it's breaking down. It's falling apart. You got to go around all these different places, and you got to fix it up. You got to power it back up. And it's a big old Metroidvania. When you look at it, it's got a cross between like 3 different things. 3 different awesome Metroidvania/platform/combat games. One being Ori and the Will of the Wisps or In the Blind Forest. Because if you watch some gameplay, you as Mio are like kind of gliding around and kind of grappling around and doing all this platforming, but in a floaty sense. And it kind of looks like Celeste, because in some of the gameplay, there's spikes all over and all kinds of crazy crap, and you're having to do some real ass platforming. But then there's also combat, so it also looks like Silksong or Hollow Knight or whichever one you prefer, because you're doing bounces and hitting around and doing the whippity waps. But then you look, you pause for a minute and you go, but how does this game look? It looks like watercolor paintings, like cell-shaded watercolory beautifulness. It looks so good as all these, giant spikes and drills and enemies are coming to kill you. And I just fell in love just watching a couple reviews, and both reviews had nothing but praise for it. Beautiful, platforming's great, the combat's great, the characters you meet, none of it's voiced, it's all mostly text dialogue, but interesting characters who kind of guide you through this interesting world ship that you're on. You're doing all kinds of combat, you're fighting big bosses. The Switch Up review also said that the bosses were tuned to that person's like perfection. He said they were tough, but they were fair in that you could learn the boss's patterns as you fought them, instead of like, I lasted 15 seconds and he squashed me with his jump up move. And then the next time he doesn't do his jump up move, he does the slash move. So I don't even know what's going on and I died in 15 seconds. They said it was perfect. Just for them, the difficulty was awesome. I've heard some people saying it's super duper hard, but who knows? I've also heard there is a true ending. There's a bunch of hidden stuff. There's stuff hidden behind like the foreground. The graphics are so nice. You can see parallax scrolling type of stuff in the background and then these foreground elements. But if you poke around and you explore like you do in a Metroidvania, like explore, you'll find all these hidden rooms, hidden challenges, hidden platforming segments. And that stuff is like hard. I've heard the regular stuff is tough but fair. You'll get through it as you go. And especially as you unlock more abilities like your glide and your grapple. And I think there's a system where if you hit something like with your weapon in midair, it refreshes your jump and your glide and your grapple. So you're doing the messenger type of platforming where you jump and hit and jump and hit and jump and hit and glide and jump and hit. This game just looks phenomenal. I've also heard the soundtrack is beautiful. Lots of really awesome music, and then lots of vocal tracks for big bosses or big secret moments or big story moments. People are loving this game, and it looks just great. It looks so good. I want to play it just on the looks alone. But I think right now it's $20. So if you get it in the next day or two, it's going to be on that launch discount sale, maybe like $17. A really good game. I've heard it lasts about 20 hours in one of those reviews. So small price for a big game and a phenomenal game. I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. In the Xbox era review, I did see something where like the graphical style changed. I have a feeling that's in one of those optional areas where you're getting a lot of story and like the true ending type of a stuff. They didn't go into details, but I did see a shift. So that's cool that style is in there, wherever that's at. A beautiful game. If you're into Metroidvanias at all, especially the type of like combat-y ones like a Hollow Knight, but maybe not quite that difficult, check out Mio Memories in Orbit. I'm going to be checking it out too.
And I got a game for you too. But just for 1 second, the big thing I did, Matt, was I went to the movie theater for the first time in many, 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 many months.
Yes.
And I went and saw All You Need Is Kill. All right. I was going to go see The Bone Temple, which was the 28 years later, but my father-in-law said he wanted to see it too. So wait. So I went and saw All You Need Is Kill, which is this beautiful anime. It was wonderful. If you've watched Live, Die, Repeat, it is basically an anime based on that sort of storyline. And it was just awesome. The music in it was wonderful. The drawings and the color were just phenomenal on the big screen. I had such a good time. The characters are very simple, but just well put together. Oh, man, that was an hour and a half, very well spent. So if you love anime and you want to go to a theater and see something, All You Need Is Kill is a great pick to go see.
So hang on, I got to ask you a question now because you mentioned the movie theater and I went, oh yeah, I want to go see the movies too. What about Return to Silent Hill, Eric? You can go see that this weekend?
Hell yeah, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to be seeing
yeah.
it. I don't care if it gets a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10. I'm going to go see it because it's Silent Hill and I love Silent Hill.
I didn't even know that was out. I had heard about it like literally yesterday because I was watching somebody's retrospective on the first Silent Hill movie and they went, yeah, there's another one called Return to Silent Hill coming out. And I went, when's that? Oh, it's today.
And it's by the director of the OG Silent Hill movie.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He's doing it. So I'm very excited because I loved the original Silent Hill movie. So I had a great time with it. Really, I connected with it. Had a good, whatever. People can say what they want to say. I had fun. I'll go see this one too. So yes, it was great to be back in the theater. But man, spending all that money on some food, I went, oh God, why I've been doing this? I probably shouldn't be doing this anymore. This is crazy.
That's the other thing I was thinking about because I almost went and I was like, man, let me go to the movie theater and have some. I can't eat anything that's at the theater anymore. I can have a water. I can spend $6 and get a water.
Get a nice
Cool.
water. Delicious. Oh, man, that's a bummer. But what's not a bummer, Matt, is the game I was going to talk about. And, of course, that's A Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven, baby. It's back. For 17 smackaroos or so, you can have this beautiful title brought to you by Massive Monster and published by, of course, Devolver Digital. You heard me talking about this game like 3 years ago or so all the time. It was a fantastic game, and I will gladly report that via a couple different outlets that I went and watched, this DLC is basically the size of the original game at its core. So you get another like 20 hours of gameplay here, and then just a quick breakdown of it. You, the lamb, you and your flock, you're doing fine. Everything's okay. All of a sudden, things freeze over. Everything goes to and you got to figure out what's going on. So you go and, oh my God, you meet the God of the Lambs and you uncover your history and how all this bad sadness came to be. And then the God of the Lambs tells you that these other gods were there trying to destroy you. So now you're getting sent on a mission to kill and get retribution for it. However, the God of the Lambs has been putting rot on the mountains, which is trying to destroy some of the other gods and their, flocklings, but it's also affecting you. So are you going to stay loyal to this god? Who knows? Did you stay loyal to the last god? I don't know. Did you? There's options in the game. I don't know if you did or didn't. But this is where you go. The God of the Lambs has now asked you to fulfill your destiny and go kill all the rest of these gods that killed your god off in all the archmage gods or demigods or whatever the hell they are. I don't know because I haven't played it yet, folks. But you have a ton more abilities. You have a ton more weapons. you have a ton more ways to grow your flock, a ton more commands, and you'll be able to expand your area into several different regions. And then, of course, make your flock even larger, allow them to do more things. And then from what I was told, this time around, and you could sort of do it last time, but this time around, if you pick the right skills and you pick the right abilities and the right housing units and the flock and everything, you can make this thing fully self-sustainable. So that way you can just focus on handling the missions, going out there, killing folks, doing what you got to do. Except for when the winter season hits, you got to make sure you got enough food storage. Otherwise, your flock starts to die off pretty fast. And then, of course, all sorts of funny things ensue. And lastly, but not least, the music is back. Oh, my goodness. Cult of the Lamb's music was always wonderful, and it's no different in here. It was chef's kiss, tons of fun, just had you nodding your head and beating to the beats, going to the beats the whole time. I can't wait. I wasn't sure if I was going to play it. It's kind of like maybe, I don't know. I had a great time with it. But after watching a couple reviews and seeing all this, I went, yeah, I definitely got to go back. The only downside I heard was that if you only played the original like, I did, and you come back, it's a lot. There's a whole bunch of new stuff that's come, pickpocket throughout the years. And then, of course, with the Woolhaven. But they do a good job, apparently, of giving you tutorials that'll get you on board. But about for an hour or so, prepare to be like, holy God, what the hell are we doing? How's this all working again? What's going on? I don't know. Just be aware of that. But if you loved Cult of the Lamb, I've been told you got to get this. So I will too.
But if you don't want to pay money for 2 games, you can also go on the free side of things. You can go over to the Game Pass, which you are paying money for, but shut up, you know the bit. And you can get one of Eric's favorite games, Resident Evil Village. You can go get that for free on the Game Pass right now. You can go get one of my favorite games, Death Stranding Director's Cut, right now on the Game Pass for free. You can go get a new hot game. It's a couple months old at this point, but Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, you can go play that on the Game Pass right now. And then you can go get a brand new game that launched day 1 into Game Pass called Mio Memories in Orbit. Hey, you remember when I was talking earlier in the episode and I said it was really cool and said it was really awesome? Go get that game on the Game Pass as well. Surprise, it launched on Game Pass. Go enjoy it. Go enjoy all those games. Or maybe there's some other games you can enjoy.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't tell you for certain. All I can tell you right now is that Epic's got one for you, and it's called Rustler. And I have no idea what this game is about. It looked like some kind of bald dude. I thought it was Bully, honestly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a wannabe Bully or if it's some kind of side project based off Bully. Maybe Matt knows more about it, but if you like Bully, maybe this is for you. That's all I can say.
Google and Steam say it's an open-world top-down action game paying tribute to the good old GTA style and gameplay.
Oh, okay.
So you're like a feller walking around with a club and beating people up instead of, jacking cars, you're jacking horses maybe.
Jacking horses and hurting people and doing things, yeah. So GTA / Bully. It's there you go. Go get it. If you like those games, you crazy people, you want to hurt people, you're violent, man. You guys need, I don't know, you need therapy.
I'm afraid that Jackin' Horses is going to be the title of the episode, and I don't know.
You like jacking horses? Go get them. Go get them.
Then over on the Amazon free games, you got 2 hot free games here. First up is Harold Halibut, which I think was on the Game Pass before because I remember talking about it, and I remember saying that it made me so sad because you don't play as a fish, you play as a feller, and it still makes me sad.
I do too. Yeah, it makes me sad.
I don't know if it's good or not, but geez, Harold, why couldn't you be a fish? Maybe there's a mod that turns him into a fish.
Giant halibut.
Yeah, Mr. Limpet or something, have a Mr. Limpet time. And then you also got D&D Stronghold Kingdom Simulator. I'm going to paraphrase what Eric said, even though I don't know if this is true or not. It's probably one of the old D&D style games from way back in the day. It's an old schooler. Oh, yeah, go enjoy an old school D&D time and have a great time. There we go. I got it right.
You did. You did exactly what you needed to do. I don't know why they're on this like old school D&D kick right now. It's kind of weird, but hey. Whatever. The old games are coming back. They're old is new again. That's what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of what's old is new and what's new is old, and we already knew it was going to happen, Ubisoft canceled Prince of Persia Remake and 5 other games. And this is via Push Square, so if you want to learn all the deets, head on over there and check out the article. Give them their clicks and do all the things. But, like Matt just said, shocker, Prince of Persia Remake got kapooted. We all knew it was happening. This game's been in development hell for a long, long time. And I don't even understand how, because the game was fantastic. How do you not just up the graphics, speed things up, and just, I don't know, just make it a little bit better? I know it's simplifying it, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how that couldn't be done, but apparently it was too hard. So it's gone now.
And I don't like to be the negative guy on the show or even in real life anymore, but every time that Ubisoft would say, hey, it's still coming, we swear to God it's still coming, I would be that internet troll guy who would laugh and slap his desk and go, ha, 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 no, it's not. And I'm right. I am right. And it does make me sad because just like you said, the original was phenomenal. You know what? If you've canceled the remake, just do a remaster.
Yeah.
Just clean up those 3D graphics, take away the little schmoozy filter on it, and just re-release it so people can play it on a modern-day console. Because that game was great. The second game in that series was great. I've heard the third game was great, but I never played that one. Just remaster them. Or just don't. Just port them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't remake it, just bring them back because they were great.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get them on current systems just for the sake of keeping it going for forever and ever for peeps. And the other games, I don't know what Ubisoft was up to. They were, random new IP and this and that. I don't know. I don't care. As long as I didn't see my heart, my soul, Division 3 canceled, I don't really care. And that one's not canceled. So for me, it's not such a big deal until that happens. But just letting y'all know, Ubisoft says it's getting back to its core and to its thing. And apparently that's what they're doing.
It's not canceled yet.
No.
It's not canceled yet, Eric.
No.
But I think in this, they also did mention that like 6 different projects were also delayed on top of it. One of which I think people were speculating was the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake, remaster, whatever that is. There wasn't any firm word on that, but that was something I saw, I think, on maybe Gameatsu or one of the other sites that ran this story. I don't know. So hopefully, fingers crossed, people knock Ubisoft games, but I do like them. I'm playing Star Wars Outlaws right now. I like that a lot. We like Division. Hopefully they get their act together. People love Far Cry. People love Assassin's Creed. Hopefully they get back on the right track, and this isn't just a harbinger of more cancellations and more firings and more get out of here's.
Yeah, I hope not. I really do hope they're being serious about getting back to just the core and making those core 5-6 games fantastic and phenomenal for the player base that's already there for them. We shall see. Ubisoft, please get your stuff together, man. Take care of business. Do like a Capcom. Come back strong. I want to see it. And of course, speaking of coming back strong, you got Bungie has revealed that Marathon is coming out March 5th for $40, 40 smackaroos. But if you didn't know, they came out like with the alpha or whatever it was, the testing like back in June or May or somewhere back then. I don't remember for sure, but it didn't meet the expectations that they were hoping to. And then, of course, got completely smothered by a game we talked about earlier, Arc Raiders. And then they went, oh, gods. And then they had all the artwork issues and things fell apart. It all went bad. That's basically Bungie's storyline and motto recently. Just everything's going bad. So, I don't know. Is this good or bad? We'll see. However, the reason I really bring it up at all, because I'm not going to play Marathon. I'm not going to lie to you. I love Bungie, don't get me wrong, but I'm not playing Marathon. The only reason I bring it up at all is because apparently the pre-sales went phenomenally well. So regardless of all the BS, regardless of all the stuff, pre-sales are already, boom, sky high, doing great. So Bungie's already like, wiping the brow, going, okay. So even if they pull a game that, ends up sucking, but sold millions of units, already it seems like they're going to be fine with this game.
And I don't get that at all. This is the other point where I'm going to be the absolute hater. I mean, we've talked about it, you and me, in person. We know Bungie can make good stuff. They make good shooters. But then you show Marathon and, hey, everyone's like a little recycled plastic doll person. Nobody has a face or a character. You're just a weird thing that uses 3D printed parts. It looks like it has no soul whatsoever to it. And I look at it and people are like, Marathon's going to be the next big thing. Pre-sales on sale. All limited edition DualSense. Get that for $100. Like, no, this game I shouldn't say that. This game should just fail on release. This game should be Concord 2.0. And whenever the CEO goes, we learned lessons from Concord. No, you haven't. It's the same thing with less character than that game. But then I see people in the Blue Sky comments about the pre-sale and all this stuff going, oh my gosh, the shells that you play as, I think they're called shells or whatever, they look so cool and interesting. No, they don't. They look like nothing. What is going on? I don't understand it. But then I see the news story the next day, the pre-sales are through the roof and everything. And it's like the number 5 most pre-saled game ever on Steam. How? Who are these people? And also, you have a game that everybody loves, an extraction shooter everybody loves, and now you're going to go play another one that has no soul, looks like nothing? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't mean to be the negative man who rants on the show, but I don't get this at all. I don't understand it.
I get the loyalty and love to Bungie. I get that.
Sure.
The promise that they're going to give you something good because Bungie does deliver good products. I don't get this one, though, because of all the prior problems and the showcasing in their alpha or testing or whatever it was, plus all the debacles with the stolen artwork, and everyone was swearing up and down, oh, Bungie's just gone to hell. I ain't supporting them, blah, blah, blah. And then this happens, and no, they were supported. They're fine. And it's like, okay, well, we've seen it time again, but it always does go like, oh, what? We all swore we were going to like kick them in the teeth and knock them to the dirt. And instead we hugged them and we brought them into the house. All right, you guys got to stop saying things like that because you're confusing me. I don't know what to do. I'm a man who will do that. I will kick a man in the teeth and throw him out. So if you tell me to, but you change your mind at the last second, now I'm the bad guy. That's messed up. I don't like it.
And maybe this just is not, maybe there's something in my brain that can't appreciate it. But I even saw people in that DualSense release Blue Sky post and whatever saying, this is the most beautiful controller I've ever seen. It's a white controller that has some crappy looking stickers on it. It looks terrible. What are you talking about? There's like nothing interesting in this all. What's going on with Marathon? I could never play this game. It's not for me anyway. But it's just this one baffles me. Millions of pre-orders, millions of pre-sales. We already talked about it. But hey, another thing we can talk about is something that happened today at 1:00 Eastern time. A good old Xbox Developer Direct where they showed off 4 studios, well, actually 3 studios, because one was also making 2 different games.
Yeah.
And they showed off 4 little games. And I told Eric this off air, but I'm going to reiterate it here. Out of these 4 games, I might only play one of them, but each one of these 4 games had something that was really cool about it. So I really enjoyed this Direct. I just had a lot of fun watching it and going, man, look at freaking Forza Horizon 6, just goddamn look at it. Look at those Japanese streets. Look at the Japanese mountainsides as you're going down them. I could not believe how beautiful that game looked. I'm not a racing game guy. I kind of want to be, but I just can't. I'm not a racing machine. I'm not a gearhead. That's like the most beautiful game I've ever seen in my whole life, dude. What they showed anyway.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I loved the fact that they're going to Japan finally, which is, is already kind of leaked, but still sweet to see it actually there on the screen. And I got to agree with you. It is absolutely gorgeous and phenomenal. I love the addition of those obstacle courses they got in there and the island. I don't remember what the island was called, but that cool island that they got going as well. And then just the ability to explore Japan freely and do what you want. All that was cool. Just not for me, just like you. I don't play racing games, but I did respect how awesome it was and how excited folks that love that stuff are going to be for this one. So kudos to Horizon. Looking phenomenal, looking great. Can't wait for people to be happy about it.
And next up, we have the game that I am definitely going to play, going to get it, going to play it. It's Beast of Reincarnation. We had seen this before. Yep. I know we had seen some reveals and stuff of this before, but I don't know why when I saw it before, it just left my head because in my brain, this was like the first time I'd seen it. And it looked great. It looked awesome. Third person actioning with a big old giant dire wolf looking companion. And then you have 2 skill trees that intertwine with each other. So as you level yourself up, your wolf gets more stuff. When you get some wolf skills, that helps you out some more. And I don't trust gameplay until I see like an extended gameplay section. But the gameplay that they showed, I went, man, if this is the game, that looks pretty damn good. This looks like a Matt kind of game. Some parrying, some dodging, some wacky over-the-top action skills. Leap up to the flower and then do a big giant plunging attack. And you got a big old wolf with you. What more could you want?
Yeah, big wolf that you can connect with each other, Avatar style, vine to vine.
That's right.
Doing little kissies. I don't know what, a little weird. I don't really like the Avatar thing, but, and then they did it in this too, and it's like he connected to her ponytail. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, you guys are a little freaky here. I'm not sure what's happening here. But with that said, and being joking about, I was impressed too. I really liked what I saw. I loved how it wasn't a Souls game. That's what really made me happy. I was like, oh no, you can sneak up, RB, and stab a dude in the back. He's dead. You can do all those typical type of things, and it's not all about dodge now, parry, parry, dodge, 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 parry. It looked more along the lines of, like Stellar Blade, but also meets Ghost of Yote and stuff. Like a melding of that. Yeah. And I was really appreciating that. And of course, I love the Japanese kind of like aesthetic or whoever's making it. You know what I mean? Oriental kind of this world, and it reminded me of Wild Hearts too, like the jungly vibe and the animals that are corrupted by nature. It all felt good to me, and I was like super curious when Matt texted me. He says, "There's only one game I was interested in at all," and I'm like, "Oh, well, there's two for me. I wonder what's Matt's game." And I thought it was gonna be a different one, and I was gonna be real sad because I don't like doing it, but a lot of times me and Matt we're on a different wavelength, and ends up being like, "Oh, I thought the game was what? Okay, I'm so glad you're happy, Matt." So I'm glad that wasn't the one I thought it was, and it was this one because I'm also very much interested. Can't wait for it.
Then we got another game. I know it's the game that Eric is not interested in
not
at all.
I skipped it, Matt.
No.
Dude, I kid you not. I'm not lying to you a bit. It went Double Fine, and I went, and I just skipped to Fable. Spoiler alert.
Oh,
I
shameful.
just don't like Double Fine games. I just don't. I don't know.
Now, I will say I'm not a big Double Fine person either. I think I've played through sort of in co-op with my friend Gail one of their point and click games, Broken Age or whatever it's called. We did like half of that game because it released in 2 parts. I'm not a big Double Finer either, but there's something about this game, Kiln, where you like craft your own little pot person, and then the spirit embodies the pot, and like the head and arms are sticking out of all the different weird angles. And then it's a multiplayer party brawler type of a thing. This game is not really gonna be for me. And plus, it's like 4v4, so I don't even know 3 people, let alone have 3 other friends. But there's something about it. When you showed the little tools you can use to craft your pot person in this weird, spinning clay on a table type of a system, that's so unique that I couldn't not appreciate it. I couldn't not love it. Watching, sculpt your own little thing and put accoutrements on it, and then it gets brought to life with this goofy little spirit creature. And then the one thing I did think was cool, well, I mean, I thought the whole thing was cool, but that the object of the game is to go and get water, fill yourself up with water because you are a pot, and then douse the enemy's kiln, and that's how you win. And it felt like Capture, it felt like Face Off, it felt like non-traditional multiplayer gaming, where, you just make a big one and you just smash, and you do smash each other. But the point is to go and smash the pots of water, grab it up. Yeah, this was the game too where they said, "Oh, there's little sponge dudes in there." So you wet the sponge dude and it blocks off the lane so they can't come through. Just something totally unique, totally weird. I probably won't ever play it, but I really appreciated it when I was watching this whole segment. I just had a smile on my face. And, I'm not a guy that smiles a lot. I don't say ha-ha and I don't say tee-hee. This made me actually kind of go ha-ha and tee-hee. So props to Killen for that. I may never get her to play it, but I like it, and it's unique and it's weird. And I like unique and weird.
And of course, I already spoiled it, but the last one they showcased was by Playground again, and that was Fable. Long-awaited Fable. And I've been not skeptical, but kind of just like, they're not going to land it. It's going to end up being too not my style of thing anymore, or they're just not going to understand what Fable was to me and, to the people who did love it. Nope. This got me back on board. The world looks like Fable. They nailed the aesthetic. I mean, I'm like, oh yeah, that's 100% what I remember in my little nostalgia brain. And then the choices and the townsfolk and how silly and stupid and mean and weird they are. Right there. The chickens that they were joking about. That's exactly what it all was all about in the past. It's exactly what it is now. The ability to be as mean as you want to be, as nice as you want to be, as dumb as you want to be. The promise is definitely there. And I loved how all the townsfolk would have like the different things that you did would kind of like roll around in their little voice, panel. So you knew why they liked you or hated you or thought indifferently of you. So you could get a feel for what's going on in this town, who likes what, who doesn't like what your choices were and why things happen. And then they topped it all off with saying, not only did we have all those choices that you used to be able to do in Fable anyway, but now we're adding world-changing choices. Anyway, if they can nail this and not be some like 2-time, 3-time gimmick, that's going to be crazy. To be able to play this game and have like maybe, I don't know, I don't want to get too like hopes too high, but maybe 7-10 world-changing choices throughout it, where you know your buddy's like, Oh, yeah. I blew all the mountains up, and then the orcs, without a home, ended up invading Bowerstone and Curricula and just destroyed everything. That was a crazy choice right there, man. And I go, what? What kind of stupidity are you doing? You know, and my Bowerstone, meanwhile, is just filled with people and life and love and everything else. And that's got potential. I really hope it pans out. I still cross my fingers for it because this is kind of the story of Fable's life. Hey, we got these huge ambitions and these huge things we're going to do for you, and it never quite gets there, but it was pretty damn good anyway. So I'll still be happy, I think, with this game regardless, but I really hope they knock it out of the park this time. So very much impressed graphically, music, aesthetically, all that. It was top notch. I got really high hopes for this one.
I was just happy to see that you had all kinds of outfits and all kinds of customization you can do. And one of those outfits was a chicken suit.
Oh, yeah.
I was really happy to see that there's like different jobs you can do,
Maybe
like
pie making or something?
occupation type of things to earn yourself some money. Because they showed like blacksmithing, you made like a little pitchfork thing. Hoping one of them is, pie baking.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
You can make like meat pies. You could do that all night long.
All day.
And then all the people in the world, they have names. They're all like unique characters. So maybe there's a guy named Eric, and you can go find him, and you can follow him around and, watch his whole day and see where he works. And you can buy that place and fire him. And you can see his house, and you can buy that house and kick him out and just take it. And then we'll relive our Fable 3 memories. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna stream it. If all that stuff happens, we're gonna have a 6-hour stream of me just making pies so I can dispossess poor Eric.
And destroy Eric's life, and then end it.
Yeah, and then everyone will go, that's it. That's my first and last stream of Fable. That's the first and last time I'm going to play it. And then everyone will go, what was that? And I'll go, you got a glimpse into our shared memories.
What we saw from Fable, was it 3, right?
That was 3, I'm pretty sure.
It was 3. That's why I never finished and played Fable 3. Thank you, individual.
Thanks,
who will not
Dan.
be named.
No, okay, sorry. Oh, but I mean, it does look good. I've never been a Fable person, but if I was a Fable person, I would be super excited because it looked like Fable. It looked so Fable. So I was happy to see that for you because I know you thought they were going like a specific narrative direction, but this just looked
I was
like
scared. Yeah.
But this just looked like wide open, weird ass Fable, and that's exactly what people want. So good on them.
Definitely good on them. It was a good direct, just like Matt said at the top of this whole thing. Had fun with it. I won't lie, I was expecting like a game or two more out of it.
Yeah.
But I've been out of the game loop for a couple weeks now. New job, everything happening. So that's just me projecting what I would expect from a direct usually, what Xbox typically gives you. But all the same, a fun time. Glad I watched it. Glad we had some good times with it.
Yeah, 100% agree. I love the developer directs because it wasn't just like one dude talking about stuff either. There were like 3, 4, 5 different groups sometimes talking about their little avenue of this, what piece they like about this, that, and the other thing. So it's good to see the people behind the studio also. So I had a ton of fun with it, like we said up top. Another thing I have a ton of fun with, it's Uncle Matt's Trivia Corner. If you remember, last week's question was, what Star Wars space combat game was released in October 2020 that, of course, is Star Wars Squadrons? Now we flip the card over, and it's a bad time for Eric because this is a name-specific question. What is the full name of the 9-foot, 6-inch tall vampire-like antagonist in Resident Evil Village? Say it correctly and spell it out, Eric. I know you got this one.
Lady Demistrescu. Lady Demistrescu. Lady Demistrescu. Demistrescu. Something like that, yeah.
So there's 3 parts to the name. I'll give you a point for lady, and I'll give you a half point for two. But it is. So if you out there in podcast listener land know all 3 names of this very important and very tall person, you can send that to me and get your points. You can also talk to us about the Developer Direct. You can tell us how wrong I am about Marathon and why you pre-ordered it 3 different times on 3 different systems. You can talk about Ubisoft, the free games, the releases, what we did over the week. Send any of that stuff to us, or questions, comments, concerns, mailbag question. This would bail us out right now, but it needs to be a shorter show today. We're getting to the mailbag question. I'm telling you, at least in 2 weeks, because we got it like an emergency early record in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll definitely be a mailbag question episode. We didn't forget about you, I promise. Send any of that stuff to us via the email, thirdshiftme@gmail.com, on the Twitter machine at ThirdShiftME. Find us on Facebook under Third Shift. Hit up the Discord, the Patreon. If I'm streaming, hit up a stream. If I'm home, don't come to my house. If I'm away from home, you can put a little letter in the door that says, I love you, Matt. You're so cool. You're the best guy. You're my favorite dude. Thank you.
You can do that. You can also go to Patreon. Little tip jar, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, some kind of bucks. Those bucks help us pay bills, and the people go, "Ooh, thank you for your money." We say, "Oh, you're welcome. We're so glad we could stay on the internet with you." If you've done that, you're awesome. We thank you so very much. If you're thinking about doing it, you know what? Let this be the time you do it. All right? And if you can't do it, that's fine too. You can go over to Apple Podcasts, you can go over to Spotify, and you can click 5-star ratings, which will boost us up in the demographics, and we shall look so good, and it will be glorious. Or go over to Twitch and go, I'm going to watch Matt play some video games. You know what? I think I got Amazon Prime, because what person doesn't? I mean, get out of the Stone Age, go over there, click the little button, use Amazon Prime sub, boop, $5 goes into that. It's a wonderful thing. You can do it. Or you go to Discord and go, I want to join these fools. Join our little club over there and go, I want to talk about stuff. And do it. And we'll have a great time. All those things can be done by you, and we encourage you to do so.
And you talking about bucks in that way, $4, $5, made me think of Darkman. Only $5 to see the dancing freak. Only $5 to see the dancing freak. And then I thought, man, let me put that in my stream alerts. So when I get a Prime sub, it'll be only $5 to see the dancing freak.
That's a good one.
I got to figure out how to do that. But while I do that, it might take me a full week. And that's good because our next episode will be dropping on around the 29th of January on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Podbean, Spotify, and on YouTube. And as I always say, hey, if you like what we're doing, like to help us out, please give us a like, a rating, review, a comment, a subscription, and again, a good thing on any of those good services because it does help us out. Really do appreciate it. I'm running out of breath. I got to take a drink of water.
Take that drink of water, and I'll just let you know that for the last time, get over there with them 5-star reviews, folks. Come on. It's a brand new year. Your boy's got a brand new job. We got a brand new lease on life. Help us out. Get us a new lease on life for Third Shift by getting us 5,000 5-star reviews. And all of a sudden, I'm walking up to, my favorite freaking folks like Kojima. And I'm walking up to Alan Wake's big dog over there because the name I'm forgetting because I can't remember names because my brain is broken. But he's a great guy, and I'd really love to talk to him. I'll be talking to these people because we'd be so big shots. Oh, look at us. Oh, big shots. So, we get to talk to people because, our podcast has all these people behind it. Oh, that'd be us. We could do it.
Give me 5,000 5-star reviews. I'll buy a monocle. I will wear it everywhere I go. It doesn't even matter. I don't even know how to wear one. I would absolutely wear one. Because I'm a big shot. I'm a big fancy man.
Big fancy man. Might even bring back, our store we're going to make. You never know.
Oh, my God. I was just thinking about that the other day. The bag's still over there. But until next time, there's nothing else to say but.
Don't
forget to say.
Shut up and sit down.
What am I? Some kind of a circus freak? Is that it? Is that it? Some kind of a freak? Maybe I should be wearing a funny little hat. Do you like it? Yeah? See the dancing freak. Pay $5 to see the dancing freak. Only $5 to see the dancing freak. Just $5. Yeah.